Hey there, I'm Michael, and in this video I'm going to show you the 6-figure inbound DM closing campaign that we implement for our clients so they can hit 6 figures and above. So before I jump into this, I just want to show you some things we've done for our clients. So this is one of our clients, Jazz, and when Jazz originally came to us, she was struggling. Her sales were continually going down and she didn't really know what to do. So one of the biggest things that we did for her is implemented the sales process, the systems, and actually gave her a methodology to actually then not only utilize everything we've done, but also at the same time continue to grow her sales. Because I know after this, she went on to do, I think it was 200,000 after this month. But yeah, when she really came to us, we kind of went through a few tweaks and tests at 17, 23, and then once we hit it off the bat, we went up to 25,000 in 2 weeks. And then after that, the month after that, we went up to 69,000 pounds, not USD, pounds. And then we went up to 91,000 pounds the month after that. That's 100,000 US. So right here is what she said about our service. You can just pause and have a look at it. But I want to jump into the actual process system so you can start to implement this yourself. So what is the 6-figure inbound DM sales campaign? So first thing, there's 5 stages. First thing is your offer optimization. The reason why this is so important is everything stems from your offer. That comes from your script, your profile, your content, the sales systems. Everything stems from your offer because you're guiding people towards the offer, but you need to understand the process backwards first. So that's the first thing you need to optimize, and you need to know this is something that people cannot say no to. It has to be a necessity, because if it's not a necessity, people just won't buy. It's just as simple as that. So again, with the saying, it's the price and value, it goes hand in hand. And if the price outweighs the value, people will never buy. However, if the value becomes the price becomes insignificant to the value you're providing, then people are going to buy all day long. It's as simple as that. So you need to get the offer on point. That's the first thing. Next thing is the qualifying systems. So this is making sure that everybody that comes in is qualified. All right. So that goes from point A to point B. Very important that you optimize. This comes from scripts, the way the VSL is, the way you warm up the leads, everything in between, because every stage is important. It interlocks and links with each part. The next part is disqualifying fast. So what this is you only want to be speaking with leads who are qualified. And some people, they just don't have the money. Some people are just not ready. So you actually want to get rid of these people fast, because then you actually then focus on people who have money. And if you have hundreds of leads a day, you cannot focus on everybody. You want to focus on the ones where you have the highest ROI on your time. Well, for the closes, that'll be. And after that is script optimization. It's optimizing your script so that the way you talk to people is getting them from A to B as fast as possible. Why? Elevating and amplifying their frustrations. That's the most important thing. And after that is implementing lead retention and optimization. This is nurturing leads who are not actually ready to buy right now. So I'm going to break this down for you. So first stage is planning and setup. So when it comes to planning and setup, this falls into the evergreen VSL as well as your no-brainer offer and the whole system as a whole. This is implement everything in. So the first thing is optimizing your content, your IG profile, and your stories. And this is based off the offer. The next thing is script creation, making sure the scripts are on point so that it not only warms up the lead, but gets them from A to B as fast as possible, and then it's implementing the systems in so everything is ready. After everything is ready, and just so you understand, everything here, let me start over here. Everything here in red is done by our team. Everything in yellow is done by the client. So next is lead generation. So this can either be by organic traffic or paid traffic. Then after that is going into authentic messaging. So that is the team closing the DMs for you. Then they go on to the evergreen VSL. This is either training or some value video, which they're like, wow, this is so good, let me know more. At the same time, we've got their email. So they're going into a evergreen value email sequence. As well as that, we get them into our community as well, because once we have them in our omnisphere, once we have them in our ecosystem, then it's much easier. Instead of relying on one platform like Instagram to get to them where, the reach is going down. So we want a platform where we can talk to them directly. So yeah, going on from there, we want the prospect, and sometimes they buy after being on this sequence for a few weeks or a month, because right now they might not be ready to buy, but if we capture them here, then they're like, wow, this person is the right person for me, boom, then they'll buy later on. And then after they've been through this, let's say they go on, they're great, and then they go into automatic disqualification, so we're getting rid of people who aren't qualified, as I mentioned before. Then after that, the DM close elevates their frustration, so they're like, you know what, I have a huge problem and I need this solution to this problem. Then we send them the no-brainer offer, which is linked to everything here, and then we go and close the prospect. So if they have some objections or concerns, we overcome them, objection handling, and then at that point we either send them to low ticket or we overcome them, and boom, we go to the high ticket. Again, this is all put into an email sequence, so later on we can have them come in and actually purchase at the high ticket when they're ready. So the last thing I want to go over, and this is really essential, is what happens when you go from one system to the next system. So if you get the same leads and you know disqualification, they become unwarm leads. Why is this? Because then you're focusing on leads who aren't actually qualified. However, if you qualify, do fast qualification and fast pre-qualification, you have them warm leads who are ready to buy. Then it comes into the messages. For unwarm leads, it takes more work to sell these people at the lowest price point. That's the biggest thing. Those people to sell here. Sell here. At the lowest price point. If they're more qualified, they're more likely to purchase a higher priced product. So, and how does this equate? It's had the same offer, 17 to 23K, once it was optimized offer, an optimized system, 21K, 69K, 91. So as you can see, this is the essential importance of actually having the right system in place, because it's going to allow you to get a better ROI on your time. So with all of that said, if you have a spare 50, if you have like 15 minutes sometime this week, let me walk you through how I can apply this and start selling like crazy, and how you can start selling like crazy without ever needing to jump on sales calls again. I'll show you how we get the DM closes, I'll show you how we structure your offer, and I'll show you how you can do all of this. And what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description where you can book a call with me, and I'll see you very soon. Have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.